Okay, again.
I'm David Ungaro, I'm a cinematographer, and we're here at Camerimage for a prayer before dawn. There was all this discussion about how we could be as close as possible to the Billy's character mainly, even in these moments where he's fighting, either in the street or on the boxing ring. So that was the main approach, because Jean-Stéphane really wants to keep things for real. The key was, let's keep the camera as close as possible so we can keep the flow of the fights and not do, like, you know, 5-second shots and cut and another 5-second shot and cut. We wanted to be able, and we did, to shoot as long takes as possible. 3-4 minutes of fighting. We did the whole film with the 25 and 35, I think. Mainly because that's also the distance that was right. And I'm a great believer that once you find the distance from the camera to your characters, you don't change it, really. It's a matter of the trust you build between your characters and the audience. This distance is something very intimate, so you keep that perspective that you create with one lens. You don't betray your audience if you don't have a reason. So this is, you tell them from the start, this is the world. This is how I'm going to show you the story. So we keep this. The choice of camera was dictated by the size of the camera, of course. So most of it was shot handheld. Not most of it. Let's say half was handheld, half was with the gimbal system, which I use in many different ways. So Alexa Mini was an obvious choice. I can underexpose quite a lot, and I usually rate at 1000 ISO. You don't need a lot of line to make it, to make it happen. So usually I could still be around the T2 even in the streets at night and still get enough. We did a lot of work with the production designer before, to put the light as practical as much as possible. So that's one of the beauties of the modern cameras, you can do that. And then lighting, really, because we worked in a decommissioned prison facility, we had to recreate because there was nothing there. So it was lighting was really mainly done before we started shooting, changing, putting lights on the ceilings, and anything, almost everything that you have in the film you can see. Shooting the fights were really interesting because it was the first time I did this, boxing really. And it was really interesting because we had to find a way to communicate with the two fighters. We did a lot of rehearsals with the stunt coordinator, the guy training them. And all the opponents to Joe Cole, the actor, they were all real boxers. And they were so precise. It was such a pleasure. They do the same thing. So if you tell them you're here and you go there, then we turn, then you go, they will do the same, almost. They're always on the right side of camera. They know instantly. And we devised this little thing whenever I had to cross between the fighters. I didn't want to be in exactly the moment where they start punching. So we had this communication thing with my legs. I was putting my legs in front of them. So they knew that when I was pushing them away, I was going to cross in front. These little things, just like a lot of people do, tapping on the shoulder when you're handheld. You can tap them and keep the distance. also for safety. But that was really cool. That was really interesting to learn this choreography and be really dancing with them.